If you wanted to build a website before, you would think, I need to hire a designer who would design the website for me, and then a developer who would build it and publish it online. Even something as simple as putting a website online felt complicated. You had to figure out hosting, responsive design, SEO, analytics, performance, and many more things. And for most people, that complexity is exactly where their ideas never got launched. But AI is changing that unbelievably fast, because now, using AI tools, you can design a website, build it, and publish it online within minutes. Let me show you how. This is the final result, a fully deployed portfolio website which contains 4 pages, an engineering journey, content, and skills. It's responsive, it's live, and it actually works. And none of this existed 20 minutes ago. Here's the workflow. I use 3 tools. Google Stitch, where the design happens. Claude Code, which turns those designs into a real code base. And Vercel takes that code and puts it live on the internet. That's it. No complex pipeline, no setup overhead. Just design, build, and deploy. So let's get started. This is Google Stitch, where you design websites using AI. I have already designed 4 pages for my portfolio website. This is my main home page. Then I have a few variants of home page, and then the engineering journey page. These are previous iterations of my engineering journey page where I made some modifications as the data was incorrect. And this is the final engineering page. And then we have the content creator hub page. Here I would display my YouTube content. And then lastly we have our skills page. If you want to learn how to design websites using Google Stitch, watch the video linked in the top right corner. Now, before heading to Claude Code, let me show you how to generate an API key at Google Stitch. Let's go to Stitch settings, scroll down, hit create API key, and this will create an API key for you. Just copy this key. We would need it while setting up our Claude Code. Now, in Claude Code, we would add Google Stitch MCP and skills, which would help Claude Code to read websites designs from Google Stitch. And you can do that with just 2 commands. Open your terminal and run this command. In page skills add Google Labs code Stitch skills. Just hit enter. You can install all the skills. These will help you in even designing the websites in Stitch using Claude Code and reading those designs and converting those into a real website. Just select all the skills using spacebar and then just enter, and it would install all the skills for you. I won't be doing this again as I've already installed it. Now the next thing is setting up your Stitch MCP so that Claude Code can communicate with Google Stitch. And you can do that with this command. Just run this command and it will guide you through setting up your MCP. If you want a detailed step-by-step guide, you can watch my previous video where I've shown how to installing the skills and setting up the MCP in detail. Alright, now that you have Stitch skills and MCP ready, let's start building this website. Make sure you have this design.md file in your project, which contains the complete website structure along with Stitch project information like screen IDs for all our pages and the project ID. Now to actually start building the website, I will give this prompt. Let's build the website designed in Google Stitch using Next.js framework. I will change this to plan mode and hit enter. The interesting part here is that Claude isn't just generating random UI components. It actually has to understand the design system, analyze the structure, and then translate that into a real production style application. Alright, Claude has started pulling the designs from Stitch. You can see it's going through the design.md file first, understanding the layout structure, components, spacing, typography, and the overall page hierarchy. And before writing code, it's actually creating an implementation plan. This is one of the biggest differences between modern coding agents and traditional code generation tools. It's reasoning through the problem before touching the code base. Okay, so the first version of the website is now generated, And honestly, this is something you will notice a lot with AI coding workflows right now. Technically, the site works, the pages are there, the components are there, but visually, it's still not matching the stitch designs closely enough. So instead of manually fixing this myself, I'm going to give Claude a more explicit instruction. Now the overall design looks much better. But there's another issue. The content page still doesn't contain my actual YouTube videos. Right now it's using placeholder content, which obviously isn't ideal for a real portfolio or a creative website. So here's where things get really interesting. Instead of manually fetching my videos myself, I'm going to ask Claude Code to create a quick throwaway Python script using the yt-dlp package. The goal is simple. Fetch my actual YouTube videos automatically and embed them directly into the website. And there it goes. Claude is now generating the Python script, installing the dependencies, fetching the video metadata, and wiring everything into the content page automatically. This is the kind of workflow that starts feeling less like autocomplete and more like having an actual AI engineering assistant. And now here's the final result. The website is fully built in Next.js, styled according to the stitch designs, and the content section is populated with my real YouTube videos automatically. Alright, our website is looking really good and is running locally. Now it's time to deploy it on Vercel and make it live. First, you need to make an account on Vercel. So go to Vercel, click on this link and click on login. On Vercel, you can create account with multiple ways. Just log in with Google or your Apple account or GitHub, or there are several other ways. You can choose whatever you want. Just make sure that you have an account in Vercel. Vercel has a generous free tier and you can host multiple sites for free. Now, once you have created your account on Vercel, we need to install the Vercel plugin in Claude Code. For that, let's go to a new conversation. Go to Manage Plugins. And here search for Vercel. I already have it installed, so this is what you need to install and enable in this project, Vercel Claude Plugins Official. So this plugin will help you in deploying your website to Vercel. Once you have installed the plugin, make sure you restart the Claude Code. And now I would simply say, let's deploy this website to Vercel, and Claude Code would handle everything. During this process, it would ask for doing Vercel authentication. Since I am already authenticated, it won't ask me again. But for your case, you would just follow the steps that Claude Code asks you to do for Vercel authentication. Now it's asking me whether I should deploy it to preview or production. I will go with preview first to check how the website looks live on the internet before deploying it to production. It has created a plan. Let's auto accept this. It's using the Vercel deploy skill. Awesome. Our website is deployed on Vercel. Let's go check it out. We'll copy this and let's paste this. And there you go. We have our website live on internet. It looks really amazing. We have all the changes, the engineering journey, even the content. It has all my YouTube videos, skills. Awesome. Here's the real takeaway. These AI tools have completely changed how you design, build and deploy websites. Going from idea to MVP is much faster than before. You are more likely to finish things, experiment and actually ship your ideas. I think we're entering a phase where the skill isn't just building websites anymore. It's directing the build, knowing what to ask for, knowing what to fix, and knowing when something is good enough to ship. Because AI is getting extremely better at the execution layer, but the direction still matters. In my next videos, I will be showing more such workflows, building end-to-end systems that helps in building your products faster. If this was helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more. I will see you in the next one.